when it comes to falling in love with someone who does not reciprocate their feelings. A lot of people may find it difficult to cope. This is because the sorrow that it brings eclipses any of the pain that it brings with it by a long shot. Despite all of its terrible repercussions, it's a frightening experience to go through this. If you fall in love with someone who does not reciprocate your feelings, you may be compelled to go through a traumatic experience as a result. If you are in love with someone who does not reciprocate your emotions, or if your partner has stopped loving you for a number of reasons, it is important to evaluate the repercussions of your actions and decisions in this case. The option of placing your confidence in the chance that your circumstances will change and that you will one day be reunited with them, and that they will love you in return, is not a practical line of action to take when confronted with these types of situations. Regardless of how probable the situation seems to be, there is always the potential that it will never occur at all, because additional misery and heartache will result if you continue to love someone who does not reciprocate your feelings for them. And so it is vital that you understand how to stop loving someone who does not reciprocate your feelings. While I recognize that the task of letting go of someone you love, who does not love you back, will be tough and time-consuming, I do not believe that it will be impossible to be accomplished. It is conceivable that, if you put up your best effort and make up your mind to do what is necessary, you will not find it to be as difficult as you had originally anticipated. So in this video, I will be telling you how you can stop loving someone who doesn't love you back and move on with your life. Number 1. Be honest with yourself about your emotions and feelings when considering whether you agree with the belief that it is easy to forget someone you care about by just acting as if you have moved on from your relationship with them. It is necessary to analyze your own personal experiences. If you believe it is easy to forget them, then you are without a doubt completely incorrect in this specific situation. Also, maybe this individual had a major role in convincing you that love exists. It is possible that you have now come to understand the reality of love and have begun to plan your future with them as a result of your encounter with them. In addition, you've come to learn that just because you're running away from your feelings doesn't mean that they'll dissipate immediately after you get away from them as you had previously imagined would happen. If you are experiencing genuine feelings towards someone, or if your ex-lover is experiencing genuine feelings toward you, it is preferable to accept such feelings rather than rejecting or denying them, and rather than attempting to keep them hidden from yourself or others. Having engaged in some kind of self-expression, you will have a better understanding of the situation in which you presently find yourself. Although this may have been an isolated occurrence, has your unrequited love for this person developed into a long-term relationship that you are unwilling to let go because of your feelings for them? As a result, if you don't accept your feelings, it will be more difficult to get over them. And the same is true in the opposite way. After a period of time has passed, you will be able to comprehend the depths of your unrequited love for this particular person. Number 2. In addition to being honest to yourself about your feelings and emotions, you should also talk about your feelings with a trustworthy friend or family member. In order for you to be able to stop loving someone who doesn't love you in return and move on with your life, it is best to convey your thoughts and feelings to a trusted friend or member of family. The most important guideline to remember while dealing with this kind of situation is that you must never keep your feelings to your own heart. It is dangerous. A considerable number of people indulge in this attitude on a regular basis, despite the fact that it seems to be very detrimental to their health and well-being. They keep their friends and family members out of their lives in order to keep their misery and suffering from being disclosed to others. According to a popular belief, if you wish to free your heart from any kind of sadness, you may want to consider talking about your genuine feelings with a friend or a member of your family about how you feel. Why? This is important for the simple reason, according to a popular belief, that says, if you have a problem, share it and you will be able to fix it. A problem shared is a problem half solved. There is no question that this is the correct response, because when it is shared with someone else, an issue seems to be less overwhelming, which is typically the case in most circumstances. When it comes to honesty, the following are the assertions that are accurate in terms of truthfulness. Making your feelings known to family and friends may be quite useful, as it can assist to decrease the emotional effect of your circumstances on your interpersonal connections and interactions with people in general. Furthermore, in many cases, merely knowing that someone is paying attention to what you have to say is enough compensation. Meeting the objectives given in this video can assist you in achieving your goals of letting go more quickly. If you are suffering melancholy, despair, or irritation, it is necessary to write down your thoughts and emotions so that you may communicate more effectively with a friend or family member. Number 3. At this time, it is imperative that all links with this individual be severed without delay. What I'm saying is that avoiding situations that can bring you into touch with this person will help you to disconnect your emotions and mind, heart, and soul from them as you try to distance yourself. Always keep in mind, however, that staying in touch with them is the most counterproductive strategy for moving on from the relationship. The most important thing to remember while trying to keep them out of your life is that you must do all you can to prevent them from getting into it in the first place. This includes keeping them from seeing you, thinking about you, or being in your immediate vicinity. True enough, simply continuing your current course of loving them without them loving you back will only serve to lengthen your days of agony, sorrow, and pain even farther into the future. As you could anticipate, the problem will only get worse from there on out. Moreover, through your actions, you will purposely make it more difficult for yourself to end your relationship with this long-lost my friend, which will not be beneficial to you in the long term. So how do you stop them? It's simple. Block them from your social media accounts and remove their phone numbers from your contact list. Additionally, you should avoid going to places where you know you will be in the company of this person. It is advisable to stay away from people and things that remind you of them. In fact, you should throw away any photographs of them or gifts they have given you, as well as anything else that may serve as a reminder of their being there. If you are able to divert your attention away from them and focus your life and attention on other essential things, you will find out that getting over an unrequited love is a lot simpler than you anticipated.